Guys, today is a different day. I've had enough of this narrative that's been pushed online about our black sisters, our black mothers, our black queens, our black partners. You get what I mean? Like they're aggressive, they're this, they're that, their hair. That was Ginger J. And I been like this narrative has been pushed on for so long. And now the other day, them waste man on that podcast saying madnesses, yeah, that no one agrees with, yeah. But I thought, you know what? How do we change these narratives? How do we change these narratives? Because it's not cool. It's not cool that every day is like, second to the black man, the black woman is getting trolled and getting disgraced and getting made to seem like they're just always a problem. Getting made to seem like they always, like they don't care, like they don't have hygiene. That is crazy. My black sisters, my black women, my black mother, bruv, hygiene is yeah, we're closest to God, you know what I mean? We don't play around with hygiene. But boom, I thought, you know what? How do we change these narratives? How? Let's dig into the history. Let's dig into our history of our black queens, our black mothers, our black sisters, and where else is it better to start? Because we know black women are strong. We know black women are courageous. We know black women are smart. We know black women are resilient. Yeah? Where is it better to just start than the Ajojies? Yeah? The Ajojies, the Dahomey Amazon warriors. Yeah? And if you don't know about these, you lot or never heard of these warriors, these are black African lady warriors that were kicking ass in the 1980s. Yeah? And these warriors, yeah, have been depicted in the film. That film called let me think off the top of my head, Women King. But also they also was shown in Wakanda Forever. Yeah, in Wakanda, you see these Amazonian ladies, African ladies battling with their spears and stuff like that. This was a true thing, a real thing. Yeah, don't think they just pulled this out of the sky. No, real. Let's get into this. Yeah, so the African women warriors you're thinking of are the most famously known as the Ajojies, often called the Dahomey Amazon warriors by the Europeans. That's what the French was calling them when they were kicking, because at the start they were kicking France off. But you know, these lot had burners, they had firepower. The ladies were just kicking ass with spears and stuff. You get what I mean? Yeah. The Agojie fought against the French colonial force during the France-Dominion War in the 1890s and 1892. Between 1892 to 1894. Despite their bravery and skills, the Dahomey were eventually defeated and became part of the French West Africa. Yeah? So we know what them countries that are the French West Africa, that is, you know what I mean, the Congos and these type of countries. Yeah? So okay, let me get this up. Yeah, because it's important for, like,
did you know that one of history's most fit?
It's important for our black sisters and our black women, and for people to know, like people that are uneducated, people that are not from our race, that understand the power, the resilience, the understanding, the bravery, the courage that our black women have. And you see, you might think, why are the man them getting mad on certain, oh, I won't say the man them, why are a few man getting mad? Big up bouncers, the certain people. I see what's his name? Mini Nature. A lot of people talking on certain things because man's not going to stand for nonsense, yeah? Man's not going to be disrespecting man's mum. Like Kelso also, big up Kelso. Yeah? Man's not going to be allowing no race to disrespect my mum or my sister or my daughter. You get what I mean? Because I have all three of them. Yeah? So this is important for them to understand that, yo, you see when you say, oh, a black lady, she's got attitude, she's got courage, she's outspoken. Understand, it all comes from, dwells from history, years and years from our ancestors, from warriors. Our black ladies come from warriors, yeah? Listen.
Entirely of African women in the kingdom of Dahomey, located in what is now Benin, 4,000 female warriors struck terror into the hearts of their enemies. These incredible women were so skilled in battle that French colonizers called them Amazons after the legendary Greek warriors. But here's what makes their story even more amazing. These women didn't just fight, they dominated. Their training was so intense and brutal that it would make modern military boot camps look easy. They practiced combat moves until they were perfect. They learned to climb thorn bushes with their bare hands. They even had to prove their courage by executing prisoners. The French army, with all their modern weapons and technology, struggled for years to defeat these African warriors in the 1890s.
For years!
European officers and
They struggled for years with all their burners, their Smith and Wessons and all of that. The sisters, the aunties, the mothers. Yeah, man. You need to understand. The next person I hear any nonsense talking about black women stink or they need to take where's your hair or yo, mind yourself, Ginger Jays and Greek idiots and that stupid podcast with that youth with bear tattoos. Man think their colleague got bear tattoos and makes you something. Yo, you get your ass kicked with tattoos, you know.
admitted that these women were more disciplined, more fearless, and better organized than most male soldiers they had ever faced. This is just one example of Africa's rich military history that often gets overlooked.
And why do you think this form of rich history gets overlooked? Why do you think they don't teach our black sisters are in school that the Ajoies, the Amazon Mahois, but they're not from the Amazon, are they? Yeah, they're from Africa. Yeah, the African women, the African warriors were kicking ass for donkeys. For donkeys. Why? Would this uplift? Why don't they teach this in school? Are they scared it might uplift a black girl too much, a black woman, and make them know what they are, know their strength, know their skills? Guys, I'm of a theory that a lot of these things that get pushed out on the internet, especially against certain races, especially against women, yeah, in general, is a bit constructed because it's like, is it to keep people in their place? And one thing, man's not here for that, yeah? No one is staying in no place, yeah? Because history, yeah, the history that we're taught is written by the winners. Meaning, the people that won is the one that wrote the books to paint themselves in the best of ways. But if we learn about the histories before and our African sisters and the African and even we just learn about the history of Guinea, of Mali, yeah, If you know what's going on in Mali right now, big up the president. They've been going to doing madnesses with France, yeah, because France been trying to steal the uranium. They tried to get them like. If you know about the history, yeah, of Africa, you'll be like, yeah, man, we just been taught a whole big lie, yeah. And guys, girls, mums, dads, this is the narrative we need to start pushing, yeah. We can't expect these Greek guys, we can't expect these Ginger Jays to understand our culture. We need to understand our culture more, and we need to understand our history and try to find it and teach our kids this history. You get what I mean? Because I was never taught about this. Would it make me look at my black sisters in a different light growing up? Probably will. I still love them. I still rate them. I put them on the pedestal. And you know the reason why? And I'll say this and I'll say this freely. 9 times out of 10 when I've been in a bad predicament, crazy predicament, it's been a black woman that's uplifted man, that stayed there with man, that's rid it with man. Literally. When I did my 5 moons and my 5 years in the bin throughout my birds, my mom was there throughout all of it. Yeah? Popsy was there, but Popsy gave me 5 new little brothers. In them 5, no, 6. Don't piss on Popsy. He gave me 6 little brothers. Yeah? So, no, 5. The other one came out when I was out. Yeah? So, you get it. Mumsy didn't give, Mumsy was there. Prayers, yeah. You get it. And sometimes you just need to understand that, you see these narratives that get pushed, yeah? If we, as black brothers, as black men, don't like say, hey, stop that one, stop that, I don't want to hear this one no more. I don't want to hear it. Or you're going to force my hand. It's going to carry on, yeah? That's why I offered out everyone on that stupid podcast. I said, yo, you can call whatever boxing gym. I don't even box. I do MMA. I will tear off anyone's face. You lot might win. I don't mind. But you see, sometimes chatting only does so much. Sometimes you need to spin the jaw. You need to, you know what I mean? You need to make man taste some knuckles. You know what I mean? Some knuckle pie. But boom, bam, let me not go off topic, yeah? Let me not go off, yeah? Women, yeah? We need to protect them and let people know, like, you see this narrative, like, oh yeah, black women this, black women that. Aye, chill out, yeah? Our black women are warriors, yeah? And they were kicking ass. Man, they were slapping corn at them and they were still getting things done, yeah? Yeah? Behave yourself. Whoosh, boom, bam, connect. Like, comment, and subscribe. Why ain't you subscribed yet? Why haven't they subscribed yet? On the road to 2K. Remember, I get the book Rich Rapper, Poor Trapper, link in the bio. I know some of you are surprised that I could do that. I read it while I was in jail. You know what I mean? Now I'm out. There's AI. What are we doing here? Let's get things popping. Change my life. Halal, halal. Pick up a book. Whoosh.